wife, and then 8-year-old daughter. The thought of taking on someone's seconds did not appeal to me, but something inside me told me to not be so shallow. I decided to give in to the feelings as they felt right, even though they conflicted with what my head was telling me. When I introduced him to friends and family, people thought I had lost my mind. Their assumption was that I was dating a mechanic to learn how to do my own oil changes. I fought the idea of getting involved with a divorcee. I cringed at the idea of having to contend with a kid every other week. But in the end, was seeing him interact with his daughter that helped me dissolve my hang-ups. They were both experiencing difficulties throughout the separation, and being there for them during this time allowed me to fall in love with him and his daughter. I could then see a place for me and wanted nothing more than to give this man more children. As if being guided by feminine intuition, I decided to leave an incredible career to devote myself to making a home and raising babies in the most natural way. Life has never been the same since exiting the corporate world. I don't miss a thing about the nice pay, beautiful office, power lunches, business travel, etc. While working from home, I was able to learn more about my local community. We had just moved to the suburbs, and learn about alternative birthing options. My interest quickly grew into include evaluating gentle birth choices, the scope of allopathic medical system, alternative education, non-conventional farming and food processing practices, attachment parenting, and I began to question everything. Now I look back and I can't even imagine trying to educate myself on other options from my desk on a lunch break. Before our son arrived, I built up a home-based direct sales business to help bring in some money. Ironically, I now work and sell products exclusively to women. It's taken some work, but I now understand where my motivation to reject women came from, and I see that attitude serves society, but not me. We have all been tricked to devalue the sacred feminine energy. I believe that most forms of suppression of this vital energy are unconscious. However, women have become increasingly hostile to other women. This societal attitude had me seeking other women haters to associate with. I am also biracial, and the self-hate felt towards women began to feel similar to which is too commonly found within the black and other minority cultures. I now see women as my mother, teacher, friend, and cannot imagine a world without their sweet influence. I've been working from home for 6 years, and I am now in my mid-30s with 2 children under the age of 4 and plans for more. I am feeling myself pull away from society so that I can live a life dedicated to nurturing of a truly deserving family. Aren't they all? I cannot imagine for a moment depriving my children of basics, such as my attention and care. The thought truly sickens me. I want nothing more than to provide for them, to prepare nutritious meals for my crew, and to be a delight to my husband, a corn-fed white boy, who works hard physically to provide for us. In my past life, I would have never believed it if someone told me that my greatest joys in life would be to breastfeed my children, give birth to them unassisted at home, or simply just watch my children bring smiles to the faces of others. These joys are more rewarding than others. I could have imagined in a life without a mate. I'm just so happy that instead of being led by my left brain, I allowed my higher self to have more influence on the direction of my life. My higher self was looking out for my true needs and desires. It's now through my heart. Oops, sorry. lost my place. It is not through my heart and emotions that I trust my intuitive nature, and it's through the balance of the male-female energies in my relationship that adds the excitement and keeps us in this incredible union. I am fully aware that my society, surroundings, and environment do not support the lifestyle I crave. It has only been through my desire to provide a great example of a wife, mother, and homemaker for my family that I had the courage to go against the norm. It has been difficult but extremely rewarding, and I found that I am now meeting more and more women with similar values to mine. Ain't it true? And really, I mean, I remember Glenn Zarmanoff, who I've had on this show many times. He's even said, like, feminism, it discourages femininity. It discourages women who want to take care of a family. In fact, you know, when you look at the media, they like, oh, I'm a homemaker. When a woman says, oh, I'm a homemaker, you see other women like, really? You're a homemaker? It's like they lift their noses up like she's a piece of shit, that she stinks. And that's not how it should be. I mean, when women start acting like men and start trying to be men, that's when the shit hits the fan. It's really, you know, and look, the female male energy. Yes, I totally agree with what she was calling. It's like you have gender roles. You know, men do this, women do this, they work together. But when you're doing the same thing and second guessing each other, shit is gonna go out of whack. Cause you gotta have, you know, a head of household, which of course is the man. That's his job. That is his gender role, is to be a leader of the family. The woman is a complement to the husband. Doesn't mean the husband is a fucking tyrant. Of course not. I mean, look, if you're married and your wife wants to have kids, you better give her kids. I want children. Oh, well, you better not fight her. That's just how it is. Men, you take care of your wives. You cherish them. You know, you love them. It's like, you know, you take care of her. That's how it is. But, you know, of course, the feminist movement wants to, like, poo-poo it. It's like, you know, well, men are incompetent. You know. Come on. God. So, anyways, this is the last thing, Eric. Last article before we say goodbye. Well, I mean me. No, I don't want to talk about that. Here it is. This is the shit that really pissed me off. Got this chick saying that, you know, trying to make something innocent into something that's fucking disgusting. Germaine Greer sees evil when little girls kiss their fathers goodnight. She's at it again. Feminist dragon Germaine Greer said that daughters learn to flirt by kissing their fathers goodnight. She also suspects British troops rape women who when sent into foreign countries. This is the same feminist who once did a broadcast on a British show called The South Bank Show, in which she discussed the theme of her book, The Boy, about how women should be encouraged to look to young male flesh for pleasure. On the show, an 18-year-old male model posed completely in the nude while Greer waxed poetic about the young male sperm. There are many ways in which a boy is an ideal fantasy partner for a woman. Any woman of taste would have a boy for a lover rather than a man. He's easier to manage. His sperm flows like a tap water, which happens to be a biological fact, and quicker recovery time, and all that kind of thing, more rewarding in all sorts of ways. Conversation might be a bit lacking, but then, who does it for conversation? What the fuck? I don't know what scares you, but that's creepy as hell to me. I don't know. I would love an older chick. I mean, I not for nothing. And really, the reason why I love older women is because I sure as hell know I ain't gonna get fucking arrested for fucking pedophilia. That's pretty much it. Like, I mean, and plus, 18-year-old chicks, man, I'm just like, oh god, really? They're still into Justin Bieber at that age. It's like, what the fuck? Anyways, back to the article. And last year, she suggested a website where women name their rapist. Specifically, I suggest women kept an online dossier. So if a woman had a date with a guy and he did something to her or frightened her and she asked him to stop and he didn't, instead of going to the police, she put him online. Other women could check this dossier, look up the guy, and see that he has form. Then she can say no, or if she does goes knowing it's a high-risk strategy. You see, it's somehow acceptable to allow any woman or girl to unilaterally accuse, libel, and destroy any man or boy by branding him a rapist without even the pretense of due process. There isn't a word for this barbaric idea, and every reader of this blog also knows men and boys falsely accused of rape have been beaten, killed, and have killed themselves. They've been fired from their jobs and lost their businesses. They've suffered from depression, they've lost their wives, their girlfriends, and have been permanently alienated from their friends. Rarely do they ever come out of it whole. And for many, the ghost of false rape claims trails them for the rest of their lives. That's Jermaine Greer. In fact, let me Google this bitch. See what she looks like. Not that it really matters, but still, you know? Of course. Of course. Of course. Well, she was hot when she was younger. But now she's like... Damn, man. If she's going after young kids... Oh, of course... Wow, really? Yeah, she was hot when she was younger. Holy crap. Yeah, she's posing naked and shit. Alright. Yeah, when she was younger. But now she's just... Like, really, imagine if a chick did that. You know, imagine if a guy was doing that. It's like, oh yeah, let's go after young girls. That nigga would be locked up. So anyways, that's my beef for today. I'd like to thank everyone for listening. This has been the Crotch Shot Radio Show. As always, from my house to your house. Mahalo. Anyways, I'd like to thank everyone for listening to today's show. Come back tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern, or whatever the equivalent is in your area. We're on iTunes, Zoom, and Zencast. So feel free and subscribe and download free. Love you guys.
Yo, I want to take you to a gay bar.
Seriously?
A gay bar.
Oh,
Take
damn.
you to a gay bar, gay bar, gay bar.
Oh, this sucks.
Let's start a war. Start a nuclear war.
What the fuck?
At the gay bar, gay bar, gay bar. Wow.
Seriously, this is just not right.
Isn't that your outro music?
No, that is not my outro.
Damn, they're clowning on you today.
Oh, you bastards.